The steel sinks deep into the mud. Heavy breathing fills the air. The insect swarms teem with life, dancing through the thick green fog. The host of the Ever-Chosen has been marching through the poetic swamps of Murg for 2 weeks now, without any trace of him. The Dark Master has so far eluded its ruinous rivals, his speed and wit outmatching them at every corner. Kashant, the monstrous general tasked with bringing him to Archaon, is not pleased. There is no giving up, though, not for his sturdy chosen of the gods.
I can smell him. He must be nearer.
The demon looks at the chosen warrior with disdain. How can anyone smell an undivided traitor where such beautiful rotting plant life flourishes? To the Slaneshi sorcerer, the pus-filled warrior's anxiety is unnerving. His hands tremble, not from weakness or fear, but from an obsessive desire to fight. Disgusting. A stirring of the water catches the sorcerer's attention, as he immediately gasps with disgust at the foul stench that rises from the ground. "Are these your friends?" he asks the winged monstrosity.
They are, but this time they need to step aside.
Surprisingly quickly, the clouds of flies and fog dissipate to reveal a diseased host led by 3 cloaked figures. The Rotbringer wizards have been joined by Nurgle's royalty, as Festus and Epidemius flank them, rotting smiles on their faces. Behind them, a dark shadow hovers, intense eyes contrasting with ancient black mist. He raises its finger and points to Kashant.
They have come for you, Rotbreakers. Let them feel the grandfather's embrace.
The chosen roll unsnuffed by the gods. The other chosen roll on unearthly reflexes. The battle tactic is lust for power. Thedra activates draw on power. Epidemius activates heroic leadership. Thedra casts Chaotic Conduit and gains Arcane Awakening. Thedra casts Mystic Shield on the Chosen. The Chaos Sorcerer Lord casts Demonic Power, but it is unbound. The War Shrine prays for unnatural speed on the Chosen. The Theridons activate at the double. The Chaos Sorcerer Lord activates Close In for the kill on the Theridons. The Blight Kings activate All Out Defense. The Chosen deal 10 damage to the Blight Kings and finish off the Plague Bearers. The Chosen activate Heralds of Ruination. The Blight Kings deal 5 damage to the Chosen. The Chosen finish off the Rotbringer Sorcerer and the Blight Kings. Be'lakor activates All-Out Attack and the Inspiring Triumph. Be'lakor deals 8 damage to the Chosen. The Rotbringer Sorcerer and Festus deal no damage to the Chosen. The Slaves to Darkness score 4 victory points. The battle tactic is Reprisal. The Demon Prince activates Heroic Leadership. Be'lakor activates Finest Hour. Be'lakor fails to cast Enfeeble Foe. Then it casts Mystic Shield, but it is unbound. Festus fails to cast Blades of Putrefaction. The Rotbringer Sorcerer fails to cast Hoarfrost. The Wrathbringer sorcerer casts Merciless Blizzard on the Chosen, wiping them out. The Demon Prince activates Redeploy. Be'lakor fails to activate Roar on the Theridons. The Blight Kings activate All-Out Attack and the Theridons activate All-Out Defense. The Blight Kings deal 8 damage to the Theridons. The Theridons activate Unleashed Savagery and deal 12 damage to Be'lakor. Be'lakor deals 2 damage to the Theridons, which then suffer 2 damage from disease. Nurgle scores 4 victory points. The battle tactic is Glory to the Grandfather. Be'lakor activates Heroic Leadership. The Demon Prince activates Eroding Miasma. The Wrathbringer sorcerer fails to cast Merciless Blizzard. Festus casts the Leech Lord's Curse on the Chosen. Be'lakor casts Enfeeble Foe, but it is unbound. Be'lakor casts Mystic Shield on the Blight Kings. The Wrathbringer sorcerer casts Clawing Quagmire on the Demon Prince. The Chosen activate redeploy. The Pusgoyle Blightlords activate forward to victory. The Theridons activate all-out defense. The Blight Kings deal 11 damage to the Theridons. The Theridons deal 5 damage to the Blight Kings. The Theridons activate Inspiring Presence. The Theridons take 4 damage from disease. Nurgle scores 2 victory points. The battle tactic is run them down. The Demon Prince activates Eroding Miasma. Be'lakor activates Heroic Recovery, healing 2 wounds. Be'lakor then activates Dark Master on the Chosen. Thedra miscasts and takes 3 damage. The Warshrine prays for heal, healing 1 wound on Thedra. The Sorcerer Lord casts Merciless Blizzard, dealing 9 damage to the Blight Kings. The Sorcerer Lord then casts Arcane Bolt, but it is unbound. The Godsworn Hunters deal 1 damage to the Ungors. The Demon Prince stomps Festus and deals 3 damage. Be'lakor fails to stomp the Spire Tyrants. The Spire Tyrants activate all-out attack and finish off Be'lakor. The Plague Drones activate all-out attack and deal 4 damage to the Chosen. The War Shrine deals 2 damage to the Blight Kings. The Ungars activate Fleet of Hoof. The Demon Prince finishes off Festus. The Blight Kings deal no damage to the War Shrine. The Chosen deals 6 damage to Epidemius and 7 to the Plague Drones. The Chosen activate Heralds of Ruination. Epidemius deals 2 damage to the Chosen. The Chosen finish off Epidemius and deal 5 damage to the Plague Drones. The Chosen take 3 damage from Disease. The Slaves to Darkness score 4 victory points. The battle tactic is Magical Dominance. The Rotbringer Sorcerer activates Heroic Leadership. The Demon Prince fails Heroic Leadership. The Demon Prince activates Rally on the Theridons, bringing 2 back. The Rotbringer Sorcerer fails to cast Merciless Blizzard. The other Rotbringer Sorcerer casts Cloying Quagmire, but it is unbound. Nurgle summons a Beast of Nurgle. The Chosen activate Redeploy. The Rotbringer Sorcerer activates Forward to Victory on the Beast of Nurgle. The Pusgoyle Blightlords deal a total of 3 damage to the Chosen. The War Shrine activates All-Out Attack and deals 4 damage to the Ungors that deal 1 damage back. The Chosen finish off the Pusgoyle Blightlord. The Blight Kings deal 2 damage to the War Shrine that suffers 3 more from disease. Nurgle scores 1 victory point. The battle tactic is Enthrall to Chaos. The Demon Prince activates Eroding Miasma. The Rotbringer Sorcerer fails Heroic Leadership. The Chosen activate Rally and bring back 3 models. The War Shrine heals itself 1 wound through the prayer. Thedra fails to cast Mystic Shield. The Chaos Sorcerer Lord does a primal miscast and is slain. Thedra casts Chaotic Conduit and earns Unearthly Reflexes. The Demon Prince stomps the Rotbringer Sorcerer and deals 1 damage. The Theridons deal no damage to the Blight Kings. The Blight Kings deal 2 damage to the Spire Tyrants. The War Shrine deals 1 damage to the Blight Kings. The Ungors deal 1 damage to the Spire Tyrants. The Demon Print finishes off a Rotbringer Sorcerer. The Spire Tyrants deal no damage to the Blight Kings. The Blight Kings activate Relentless Attackers and kill 2 Spire Tyrants. Disease deals a total of 5 damage between the Spire Tyrants, the Theridons and the Demon Prince. The Slaves to Darkness score 3 victory points.